everybody, welcome back to SHARC Doc Talk. My goal today is to pronunciate better.
Sam.
I'm Doc T.
I'm Dr. David.
Dr. Jansen over here. So we're going to start off with our normal routine. We're going to jump into a little check-in for the week. Go ahead and get a cup of coffee.
No,
He started early this morning with a patient, so...
yeah, 7:30, and it was a house call, so...
Yes, 2.
That does, yeah. It doesn't mean wake up and start at 7:30. It means like an hour and a half beforehand, drive over there, set everything up, and yeah. So it was good.
Life is a doc.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I enjoy it. They're a fun family.
They're a great family.
Great family.
Just had a new baby, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
The baby was not having fun this morning.
They can be moody, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. We're having this discussion. It's so interesting, like, if you were to have your mind now, but as a newborn. So it's like...
You're frustrated.
Yeah, you're frustrated the entire time.
Can't say a word.
Yep. And then you could have to need like your diaper changed, or like you need to be burped, or your arm fell asleep, and then someone just sticks a pacifier in your mouth. That's what it is.
And that's even more angry.
Yeah. That's what it's like to be a baby. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So that was my morning. It was a great morning. Outside of that, yeah. It was pretty awesome. In terms of the week, so funny enough, I actually broke the website. So if you were unable to get onto the website, that was my fault.
What were my last words? Just make sure the website doesn't go down.
I also told you I messed this up. It's gonna be
was it
pretty
like
bad.
6 days?
Something like that.
7 days? Yeah.
Yeah, I tried fixing it all by myself. Didn't work, so I had to call him back up.
You know what? We'll say one thing.
Yeah.
The bonus that we did with having certain things separated now is if one goes down, there's still access points.
stuff,
so
yeah.
I actually think it was okay.
Yeah.
And nothing schedule-wise got funky. It was just funny because every day I go check the website, I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't slow anything down, really.
Yeah.
We use our website for different reasons. We're more informative and
Yeah.
blogs and things like that to go check out. So it's more like you hang out, read some stuff. So it's not too imperative, but that was still funny.
But what I liked, though, is a lot of our patients would text us like, hey, you know, your guys' website is down. I was trying to schedule it this way. I'm like, oh, thank you guys.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I was like, thank you guys for reminding me of my mess ups.
Yeah.
But at the same time, thank you for caring.
We know. Sorry.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So we finally got it up. I celebrated so hard.
I can imagine. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's scary. It's supposed to be simple, and it seems very complicated.
Yeah, there was just some
things.
linking of stuff. Obviously, I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not even
IT
a website designer of any part. I just kind of know certain things enough to get me in trouble, and then I got in trouble. So
that's most of our patients that way too.
Oh yeah.
They don't have to get themselves in trouble.
Yeah, so that was the majority of my week. Other than,
Yeah, it was, huh?
Yeah.
Shoot,
I at least
funny.
focused on that. Obviously, I still saw patients. It doesn't mean that I didn't stop working. I just had to do that. At least that was the most memorable part of the week.
You know what's funny? Life as a chiropractor for most of us is, you got about 5 hats, right? And you take one off, put another one on.
Oh yeah.
So if you got an hour break between patients for whatever reason, it's like you got to find what hat am I wearing for the next hour?
Oh yeah.
Or is it a nap hat?
Yeah.
Or am I going to eat now? Or whatever. And so you were like IT guy trying to troubleshoot and fix the linking of the websites.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that was basically my week in a nutshell.
Cool.
Yep.
How's patients going? Any cases of note?
Progressing with the, I think I mentioned this a couple podcasts ago. It was the previous pro basketball player with a bunch of knee issues.
Yes.
We're still trying to figure out certain things here and there because there's a plethora of stuff, but we're seeing the connection between the hip and the ankle. So it's a not hip and ankle, hip and knee, I should say. He had multiple knee surgeries. Some from trauma because some people like fell on his knee and things go, and then just basketball.
I just saw Tariq Hill. I was like, oh god, I can. Yep.
We'll talk about
anyway,
that.
Yeah, we'll go touch base on that one.
So, he's had multiple surgeries on that knee, but also we're coming to find out, he has less hip mobility on his right side than he does on his left side,
Which is expected.
Expected from surgeries and all the other stuff. So we're really attacking both at the same time. So I threw him on some BFR, and it was funny. He definitely lived up to semi-pro before now, because like I had to challenge him with some other stuff too. I'm like, oh, most people kind of gas out with this one, but he wasn't. So I'm like, okay, we make this harder.
Up.
Yeah. So we're gonna see where his progress is in like, the next week. I just have to make things a little bit harder for him, just because professional type of athlete.
Yeah.
He has that type of body.
Yep.
So it's been fun.
It's funny. I had that same. What's the word? Come to reality moment when I had an MMA fighter, and I was trying to challenge him with workouts and rehab, and I was like, oh my. Functionally, they're very sound. Yeah. They just go through a bunch of blunt force traumas, right? Or tap outs. So you loosen up some ligaments there. But the challenge, I mean, it was, and this was pre-BFR. So this was BFR is nice because I can make a push-up much more difficult, which is awesome. But with him, I'm like, no, I'm putting a 50, 60-pound plate on him. Oh, yeah. Just to try to get him to make hard do push-ups. I'm like, what the?
I had one of those patients where it's because he understands what pain is. So when you say, does this hurt? To him, he's expecting it to hurt. So it's different.
In their mind, it's like, not really.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel my hand, right? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I got it. So you as a doctor have to, again, I love defining the characteristics of a sports doctor versus a non-sports doctor. And there's certain characteristics like that just from experience, not because I'm smarter, you're smarter, whatever. It's the experience of working with them.
Yeah.
And talk to them. You go, oh, I know how your brain works. Your 6 out of 10 in pain to you is just hardly noticeable.
Yeah.
But your 6 out of 10 pain to you would probably floor me.
Yeah.
So, got it. Okay.
I have a story about that, and I caught it on film too.
Caught it on film? How do you do that?
So it's hilarious. It was a PI case, so I couldn't share everything. I just wanted to see it for myself.
Sure.
It was an MMA guy, and we were talking about leg kicks, and I was like, "How do those feel?" I was like, "Do you want to feel it?" I'm like, "Sure."
Like yes and no at the same time.
So I told him, "Hey, I still need to work after this, so give me like 15 to 30%." His 15-30%. I'm like, if you're throwing this at 100% at someone, I don't even want to know.
You snap things, yeah. I saw memes pop up because I follow MMA stuff, and there was one guy who was just crushing people's knees. You kicked him, and you see the knee go bink, bink, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
How'd we get on the knees? Your guy.
Yeah,
okay.
my guy.
I was like, how'd we get down this rabbit hole? And
so he kicked me in the quad, and I was like, ooh, okay.
That's gutsy.
Yeah.
That's very good. I don't know if I had the manliness to kick me in the thigh.
Oh, granted, I said, hey, gotta work 30% at most.
But still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so a lot. That's so a lot. All right.
But yeah, so that was my weekend. Fun stories.
Nice. Well, that's, what's great is when you do things like we do, you do have a lot of fun stories.
Oh, yeah.
Like I want to write a book when I'm retired on all the stories from the years, because there's just, some are just, you're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
How, huh? And other ones you're kind of like, I would have done that too. It was like that. I would have done it too. Yeah. Hope we didn't slip and give me 45 and break my leg, but whatever. We'll figure it out. For me, well, first and foremost, I have to say to my beautiful wife out there, we didn't realize this because our lives are chaos, as you know.
Yeah.
This today, right now, is our 17-year anniversary of marriage.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. 17 years, 3 kids, 2 cats and a dog, and a whole lot of chaos all mixed up in there. But her and I were talking. She goes, oh my God, Travis. I go, she goes, today's our anniversary. And I was like, because we haven't been near each other on the anniversary day, but maybe twice in the last 9 years because of the season.
Yeah.
I was always traveling. So I was like, oh yeah, we're celebrating next weekend for games. It's just like, it's funny how it all works. So anyway, so honey, happy 17th. Can't believe we made it.
At least he remembered.
Yeah. Neither one of us remembered. It's like, we're so used to planning like our dinners next weekend. Yeah. And so we plan that out. And so we're ready for that. So to us, it doesn't actually mean anything until then.
Yeah.
But it's the actual day. So anyways, that was cool. Checking in wise, we got a few patient things going on here. We're going to start with one. He is a cyclist who broke his clavicle, got it pinned down.
Yeah.
He came in, he's having some neck stuff and some shoulder stuff. He's taking off to Kona, the Ironman this weekend. Actually leaves.
He's not competing in it, right?
No, they're spectating.
Yeah.
At first, I always thought that was weird. But then I thought, no, I go watch volleyball. I watch football games. Like
it's like whatever you're into,
it's
right?
the same thing, yeah. It's just theirs. You kind of get just like a 30-second glimpse of them, and then they're gone.
Yeah, that's where
it.
I get a little confused. But hey, if you like it, cool.
Man, I'm like, whatever you enjoy, go do your thing. And he came in, and he's like, I just wanted you to check it out and work on it and see. He's 3 months post surgery, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 3 months-ish. And I said, okay, great. And he hadn't been checked out yet, and I had forgotten because I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
So I was running through some stuff. And he was a mess. I mean, pec minor was a mess. Subclavius was a mess. Everything was a mess. And he's like, I should have done this sooner. I'm like, yeah, a lot sooner. So people out there, when you get in surgery, remember, whenever you're cut open, anytime, anywhere, that's a trauma to your body. So you got to like deal with that trauma. Like they always say, it's not the surgery that's going to hurt you. It's the recovery, rehab, because you got to fix everything that was broken prior, whatever was broken during the surgery, and they fixed, and then now you got to get back to it.
Yep.
And the shoulder joint is probably the worst joint in the body.
It's very complicated.
Yeah. It doesn't have any like postural issues. It doesn't like our postural contributions. It doesn't have gravity imposed on it. So it doesn't really have to do anything unlike your hip or your knee or foot or toe or whatever. So yeah, that was a fun one. The one that we really want to get into, because we're still talking about our good, bad, and the ugly of rehab of low back pain, things like that. And side note of mine, if anybody out there is paying attention, I actually hack squatted 230 pounds 8 times. Give me one.
No, I'm looking for it.
Wrong one. Cool. Says the power lifter. He's like, cool, that's what I arm curl.
There it is. I was looking for it.
So yeah, but the problem was, in true form, I felt good.
Mm-hmm.
So then I kept going.
Yep.
And then I was on a sled, and there was a lady on the sled, so I had to wait. So I'm like, well, I can't just sit here. So I did a bunch of weighted lunges, 50-pound weighted lunges, like 4 sets, like 20 feet or 30 feet, whatever the turf is. Mm-hmm. She finished. And then I went and did sleds. 8 sets at, what do I have on there? 345s? Yeah, 345s. This is on the turf that's very light. Oh, so it just moves, So I was able to do sprints back and forth. It was great. Paid for it yesterday. I could barely move. Anyway, back to the patients. So,
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I didn't eat enough carbs before my workouts. I was like really dizzy getting up.
Isn't that funny? Mine don't affect me because I'm lifting different. I forgot those days. I think that's why I hated lifting heavy. Is I like fasting working out because it's 5 a.m. or so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like that. A little caffeine, maybe a banana, and I go work out and do it. And I always put in something in the evening to kind of, give me some access.
Yeah.
But when we had to go lift, I had to eat.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to give myself 90 minutes before I worked out.
Yeah.
It just made the workout 5 hours long as opposed to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway. So my back's doing much better. So back to this case. So we have a patient, love him dearly. He came into me last November before he goes on a 1 or 4 week sabbatical to Japan. And it's funny because he's 6'5", 6'6", so he blends. Yeah, he loves it. But he loves it. Japan, I hear great things about Japan. I've got to go sometime. But anyway, so he came to me. I got about 2 shots at him. He hurt his back playing tennis. Tall guy too. Before he gets on a plane, goes to Japan for a month. So I was like, all right, cool. Saw him twice, got everything calmed down a little bit, gave him some rehab exercises, and off he went. By the time he came back, he was a mess. And I was like, okay. And I had to talk with him because when you're a doctor of somebody, you really do have to sometimes take your doctor hat and put it on, and no friend's hat, no being nice. Like, I need to break it down for you.
Yeah.
So he's a cancer survivor. So his abdomen tore open, cancer ripped out. And then he had 2 back surgeries. Mm-hmm. So he has been cut open more multiple than times. Anybody it should ever be cut open for the worst case scenarios, right? He's a guy, when I had to talk with him, I said, look, you have to be realistic with your back. You have been through 3 traumas, really bad traumas. You were cancer survivor, so your body was depleted of that. And we've seen patients like that. When you get depleted of nutrients, you got dizzy.
Yeah.
If you do that long enough, consistently enough, your body starts breaking things down. Like, it just becomes, edit this one, that's just what happens. So I talked with him, and I didn't say that to him, but I said, this is essentially what's going on. We're going to have to rebuild you again. Like, I'm talking, usually I make the saying of learning to crawl before you walk. This is, you got to learn just to roll, just to lift your head up and roll over.
Yeah.
He's that far down the rabbit hole. And when we talk about rehabbing the low back, when we talk good, bad, and the ugly, the reason is he had a surgery. And I can't remember off the top of my head if he had back surgery, then cancer came, or back surgery, found the cancer, then back surgery. I can't remember what order it was all in. But either way, if you're having back surgery, there's something inherently wrong with the way you move. Unless, again, car accident, trauma, like severe trauma.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're talking about with the good, bad, ugly idea is like you need to make sure you're with somebody who understands the severity of it. Is it truly bad? Are you just dysfunctional? Like, what pieces are you missing that we need to really focus on to protect you? Because fixing a back isn't really fixing a back. You're just making the back stronger so it can withstand more. It makes you more resilient. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And so with this guy, I had to talk to him like quite honestly and bluntly, and he was completely receptive. He totally got it. And so here we are a year later. He's on the court hitting balls, not ready to play a match yet because his serve is still, if he serves too much too hard because he likes serving at 6'5", 6'6", that's an advantage for him, right?
Long levers.
So yeah, very long. So we're still kind of getting there, but we just revamped his program. I saw a good friend of his yesterday. I saw him last week. The good friend yesterday said he was so excited about the new program. He's already on it and doing it. Patient compliance 100% through the roof. And we're going to hope he gets to Japan because he leaves here in a few weeks and back without hurting himself or messing himself up.
Yep.
But that gentleman's back was something that I've not encountered those many traumas in such different ways that never would handle properly. He went to PTs, he went to chiro, he did cupping, he did scraping, he did this, he did that. Nobody ever gave him exercises just to fix the way he moves. That's all he has scar tissue and he has issues here and issues there. Yes, and his hip joints don't work well, but of course, 3 freaking surgeries.
Yeah.
And he travels a ton, so he's always flying around doing his job thing. So that's a guy where if you're out there and you're like, well, how does this apply to me? I just tweak my back, picking up my child or leaning over a crib or playing golf. It's the same thing. He went through a surgery trauma, but that surgery was because he had heard it prior.
Yeah.
And it wasn't getting addressed properly. Most things out there, like we go to the one guy with the femoral nerve thing, L304 guy. He's already on a workout program. We got him onto BFR for his shoulder. Mm-hmm. His back's coming around wonderfully, but he tweaked his shoulder. Guess how he tweaked his shoulder? His leg gave out from the back problem, so he fell. Not even out, just straight on the shoulder. And he fell down steps right on his shoulder. And I'm like, that's just crap luck. That's just the thing that you have. And he was trying to get it addressed. And again, he was bouncing around. When he came into my office, and I'm sorry I've been on a long one here. I'll let you talk to me a second here. He came in, we basically talked, and I told him, I go, look, give me 2 or 3 shots at this. Mm-hmm. And if you don't see an appreciable change in those 2 or 3 shots, we gotta go somewhere else, right? Set him up with MRI, set him up with Dr. Goswami. Just said, hey, get the shoulder checked out. Have him look at the back too since you're there. And lo and behold, we're week 3, I think now, and his leg is coming back. It's funny, he has a scale that measures how much weight is in each leg, each arm. I was like, how accurate can that really be?
Is he just standing on
Just stand on it. Huh. And it sends up things. But what triggered him to go, I need to pay attention to my back, was he had gotten on there, and he's always been within a half a pound of each side. He noticed a 3-pound difference on the right leg and left leg. Okay. And so when he came to me and I measured it, he had a 2-inch difference. Yeah. He's now at a little over half an inch. And the bad thing, he's like 1.5 pounds. So everything is coming back online. Where we found, he had a couple spots where he had his nerve was being entrapped, all coming online, got him working out. But I had to have the talk. I said, look, crawl before you walk. Yeah. And that's the thing is patients out there, like they're going to be like, that guy I saw for a year. I didn't see him every week. Mm-hmm. I saw him every 2 or 3 weeks because the soft tissue work it helped, but that wasn't the problem.
It wasn't the main thing, yeah.
But I gave him workouts and routines for 3 weeks at a time. So I see him, every 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah. I'll see him one more time maybe twice before he goes to Japan. But that's what he needed to do. And if he was good, like that, it was a great teamwork, right? And this other guy, he came in, he was just dying to work out. So I had to give him something to appease him because you and I are no different. Yeah. But I said, don't overdo it because you're not there yet, right? So just be careful. So when I say to you 2 or 3 shots, you should have some end goal in mind or some establishment that we're making headway. Yeah. And if you don't have that, if it's not showing you that within a few visits, don't be super positive. Yay, rah, rah. It's like you're missing it. Something's missing. And I've never seen cupping help a low back problem. Pain, yes. That would be your... What do you call it? Your
palliatives.
Yes. Yeah. You're just kind of like, I'm getting rid of the pain level, which is great. But you got to fix that problem, man. I watch people, and mind you, we're as guilty. Yeah. I mean, my 230-pound hack squat, which is your warm-up weight for one-legged RDL. And it's like, but that's just how we are. Yeah. But we also watch ourselves sometimes. Like this morning, I was feeling good. I got to pull horizontal today.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
I finished, and I was like, I can't lift my arms. This was dumb. I'm going to go podcast and be like, all right, let's go. Oh, yeah. So, but I was feeling good. So it's funny how it all works. We still make mistakes, but as doctors to the patients out there, like you need to pay attention to those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And things aren't always as bad, like they present badly, but if you can make headway in a couple of visits, you're going to be okay before you jump to surgery and jump to anything else. And so, but that's about it. Other than I got my one soccer player, she's back. She took 5 weeks off because school was getting to her. Now she has time. She's going back to track. Parents said, how do we do it? I was like, thank you for asking. We got 4 weeks of programming for her, 2 weeks of straight working out. She has some cool stuff. It's funny. We had wall RDLs. Yeah. She found her glutes.
Finally?
Yeah. In 3 reps, and she almost collapsed. This girl is, when I say fast, I'm like a 12-second 100. Like she is fast. Maybe 11, I don't know, whatever it is. She's fast. If her hips could work, I can't even fathom where she's going to go.
Let's put it in perspective for these people out here. Technically, when you're sprinting, you should be able to use your hips, technically. But for her, for whatever reason, she's having trouble using it. Now, if she's this fast without using her hips, let's add the biggest muscle to the body and add that to the sprint. So
literally,
here we go. You're going to go that much faster.
Hot high school girls. I'm Jamie right now. Thank you, Jamie.
Jamie, look this up. Jamie, could you look this up?
Times. High school top 10 of all time. Yeah, 10, 9, 11. Yeah, she's at a 12 second. She's not far off these things. Yeah.
She's right there.
And it's like one of those things that once you get that hip going, man, sorry, I'm messing with your sound right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Once you get that hip going, it's like, whew. So point of the story is her mom was with me and we're watching her. And to see this girl, picture like a very athletic track female. Like she's got muscle everywhere. Yeah. And she put her foot up on the wall. We got her glutes connected in the first rep. She's like, oh, I feel it. By rep 3, her leg was shaking. And I thought she was going to fall over. And even her mom was like, I cannot believe that. And I'm like, I know. So we got a great routine. So much for enunciation. So we have a great routine that we put together for her.
That's awesome.
She was excited. She's off and doing a thing. Dad's excited because he's going to work out with her because he's like us, likes to work out. So that was it. So I actually had a great week. It's always, my people always say, how you doing today? I said, my week or my state of mind, my emotional status is tied up entirely in my patients and how they're doing. Mm-hmm. They're doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah, they're not doing well. I'm grumpy. That's it. Oh, yeah. So if we talk about the subject we're supposed to be talking about, good, bad, and ugly of PT stuff or rehab stuff, what are your experiences? Or what have you gone through?
Yeah, at least when it gets to like the ugly part of it all, right? Usually from what I've heard and what I've seen, a lot of times, you've heard me mention this before, like patients will diagnose themselves and kind of grab everything from those diagnoses.
Oh, the Google.
Yeah, and say like, oh yeah, I can't do this because of X, Y, and Z, right? So for your first patient here, I almost said his name. I caught myself thinking.
It's okay. It's only his first name. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. But still. But for this patient here, he had 2 back surgeries, cancer patient, cancer survivor patient, I should say. It's one of those things where you could always get in your head about it, like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Like,
mentally.
Yeah, I just can't, right? Which I understand. Those are 3 big things. If you really think about it, it's 3-4 years of your life.
Dude, that's life-threatening on one because it was serious enough. It wasn't like a benign little thing we found.
Yeah,
it was serious, and then the other ones are.
Yeah, they take time.
To have 1 back surgery is bad enough. Mm-hmm. To have 2,
and back surgeries, it's gonna sound like I'm fear mongering, but based off the stats, it's one of the most highly failed things out
least
there.
Successful surgeries on the planet. Yeah. If people don't understand why that is, and I can answer that. I got a tickle. Pardon me, everybody. Cool. Yeah, you keep chatting.
But it's not usually super successful. I have a couple like dads of friends where they've had back surgeries too, and it's just not the same. So from this point, the fact that we're able to get them back on the court and do everything that we need to do, that's why we do what we do, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like we take everything that you've told us. It's not that we ignore it. We just say, cool. And then we work around it to see how we can get you back to doing what you want to do.
And that comes down to our philosophy.
Yeah.
And it's funny when people say, what's the philosophy? What's your mission statement? And for us, it's always has been for me for however many years I've been doing this. It's always about that patient center. Get to the crux of the problem. What I hate root of the problem. You get to the crux. Figure out why. Mm-hmm. And if you have somebody with back pain, the reason it's unsuccessful is because they don't address the problem before the surgery.
Yeah.
So, and 9 times out of 10, 999 billion out of 9, whatever out of a trillion, they don't assess it after. Mm-hmm. So it's constantly missed, and it can be such a nuanced little thing. Mm-hmm. Low backs are just like my thing. I'm still like, why does it bug me standing for longer than 45 minutes an hour? And then it'll bug me. Mm-hmm. But I can hack squat 230, lunge, jump, run, sprint, and I have no problem. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense. So something's missed, right? Mm-hmm. These guys, same thing. So, and the surgery part, surgery in most people, also while it's unsuccessful, it's not the problem.
Yeah.
That's the other part. Were you going to say that?
Yeah.
Shoot.
It's okay.
Delete that, and you say it.
It's not the problem. I was trying to like ollie you
coffee
over.
Is all in me right now, so I am just nonstop.
So okay, we got to talk about this coffee real quick.
Oh yes.
So funny enough, I know this is a complete side tangent, but I was kind of sick and tired of just going to Target randomly to go grab coffee in between everything. So I signed us up for a coffee, prescription.
You're a doctor, you're allowed.
It feels like a prescription.
Yes.
But I went through I can say that Black Rifle coffee company, and I just got it sent over. And their names are hilarious, but they're really strong.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Yeah, they're. I was like, this is better than my Nespresso is for sure.
Yeah, it's
Nespresso is way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
This is half a cup, and I'm like, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I got a long night ahead of me, so it's charger night. So we got a game tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah.
This is how you know we're all over the place on that one,
dude. So anyway, but back to the patients. So patients out there, we got to find a way to structure this better, like kind of land the plane for them, and then we can go on our thing because we could talk for hours on it. But it's basically find somebody who's going to figure out why you're having the pain, right? And pain mitigation. We talk about this about everything.
Yeah.
Pain mitigation is not treatment.
Oh yeah.
It's just pain mitigation.
That's like the first 10 to 30% of treatment.
Yeah, if that much. In some of them, I mean, it's really unless I got to bring him up. Unless our buddy Eric, I'm going to say his name. Yep. There's nobody knows his last name. He hurt his ankle running.
Oh, yeah.
Kept running. 6 months later, comes in. Mm-hmm. Can I run? No. Why? It is literally directly linked to why you're having ankle pain.
Yeah,
it is the direct correlation.
Oh yeah.
How about box jumps? No. Lunges? No.
So this patient, I'm going to blur out his name just a little bit
in
all the edits here, but it was funny. You were treating a patient, was it yesterday or Thursday? one of the days. It was pretty recently, right? Might have been yesterday. And he calls, and you're treating a patient, and then I see Diana, our front desk worker. She just looks at me, looks back at the phone, looks at me, puts it on mute. It's like, could you talk to him real quick? I was like, did something go wrong? She's like, no, but he just needs to talk to a doctor. And then she says, okay, he'll call you back. So I was just trying to get some context, everything, looking at the notes, call him, and say, hey, I almost said his name again. Hey, what's going on? He's like, hey, so I'm about to go get a massage. Am I allowed to go like get this worked on and everything like that? Knowing him, right? Technically, would it have really done a whole lot at that point? Probably not. But I also know him.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just not touch it.
Yeah, leave that part of your body alone.
Yeah. Yep. And then he also texted in about like, oh, so could I run like 2 weeks? Could I do like big heavy box squats? And I'm like, okay, just relax. Relax.
Yeah. And he's also the guy that he always teases like, yeah, my credit card's taking a pound and seeing you. And I'm like, then stop running.
Yeah.
Let's tell you, man.
Yeah.
We love you. He's a great friend. It was very fascinating when I first met him.
Yeah.
As doctors, you learn lessons if you're paying attention, right? And I learned a valuable lesson. He came in and he's a very personable guy.
Yeah.
Friends with everybody. We get in, we got a nice rapport going. We're talking, we're laughing, having a good time. I wasn't paying attention to what his problem was.
Yeah.
I was talking with him, just treating him. And he left, and he came back in the next visit, and I apologized right to his face. I said, I'm not charging you the next 2 visits or so. I need to get back on track. I missed this.
Yeah.
And this is my fault. Because, like I said, you can like the doctor. You can be friends with the doctor, friendly, whatever. But the doctor's still got a job to do.
Oh, yeah.
And since then, this is 8-9 years ago. Yeah, a long time ago. Nowadays, when people come into my office, and you've heard me do this, they'll come in, hey, doc, how you doing? I'm like, we're not here for me. How are you doing?
Yeah.
I'll talk to me later, right? We'll get to me later. Yeah. Because I know if I start chatting with them, I can't do my job.
Oh, yeah.
And while our jobs are unique in the sense of like a rack 'em, crack 'em chiropractor, we're just going to go face down, crack, face up, It's like, we have a rapport we're building with them because we're also trying to sneak out information too to make sure we understand what's going on with them.
Yeah.
Like this guy running has finally told me after the third visit, yeah, I've been running. I'm like,
why?
Why? But those are important things too.
My favorite things with those is like, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to get mad. It's like, it's not that I'm going to get mad.
It's like we're dating.
It's like, it's not going to be. It's like, I'm not going to get mad. It's more of just like,
I'm going to get mad.
Why?
I'll get mad. I'm like, because honestly, it's very funny and this is so true. Yeah. My wife was here. She'd absolutely agree to this. My ego is completely wrapped up in patient success. And if I'm not fixing you the way I expect it to be fixed in the time manner I expect it to be done, then I get frustrated.
Yeah.
And so they do that. I'm like, you don't do the exercises they give you. I'm like, why are you here? Go somewhere else. So because I have had to fire clients over the years because I'm like, it's cool if you want to come pay me to work on you so you can go beat yourself up. That's kind of what I'm known for, right? Yeah. The enabler. However, I need some headway here, right? And it's different if you're prepping for a race or whatever like that. But I've had to fire a few. I'm like, look, I can't do this. It's a waste of my time.
Yeah.
I take pride in what I do. My reputation's great. I'm not going to ruin that because you don't want to do this stuff. So here's 3 other people you can go see. They're great. You'll do fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, and they were a little mad about it. One came back later on, but I was like, that's how this works. I mean, you have an hour session with people. Imagine if they just kind of like, just kind of did this.
Yeah.
You're like, don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't want to get better. And that's what I do. That's what I want to do. So.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Speaking of low back stuff, I just remembered I had one pretty fun low back case this week. Yeah. So it felt like dealing with like a grenade that was just thrown at me.
Ooh, nice.
Not because like it was really bad, but because of the timing of everything. So this guy is a father, and he's expecting his 4th kid in a couple days. And he happened to throw out his back Friday. So he's just like, hey, my back is a mess. Because funny enough, so this is going to sound funny. Our windows are slightly open at the bottom from the blinds so we can see them walk in. I saw the shoes and I saw something that doesn't look right here. Yeah, so came in.
Isn't that funny? You can see a gait pattern. You figure out real quick. You're like, I know who they are.
Yeah.
I can almost knock out age, sex, condition. And if they're walking beautifully, it's neck or shoulder. And then I can start identifying who it is by their gait pattern, which is awesome.
And also, I just remember the shoes. I'm like, oh yeah, those shoes too.
Yeah. Like I got a girl that wears Velcro.
Oh yeah.
Like, you still wear that? That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, back to this case. It was more of just like he came in. He's like, hey, this is pretty bad, and I'm gonna have a kid in like a couple days here. And I was like, you can, okay. Granted, I also understood how he did it because he hasn't deadlifted in a while. He's like, let's throw 225 on there. So it was like, okay, right in my wheelhouse. I know what we're gonna do, and we did our things and everything like that. But
oh shoot,
yeah, that's like, I wouldn't say that's ugly, but that's like bad. I get it. Right?
Oh, there's some. Yeah, you're like, what? How?
Yep.
How did you do this?
Yep. So we got him back to walking, and he's doing pretty good right now. He's like 80% better. But
well, it's tough because it's like his wife's having a baby.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean it's going to physically hurt him, except now he has to manage the other 3 kids while she's having a baby.
And the best part of this, all right, because experiences with new kids with the other family that we talked about earlier, he's not going to sleep a lot. Nope. And that could irritate his low back. And I was very straight up about that. Like, hey, I'm going to give you these really simple exercises. I know you want to do more, but you're going to be sleep deprived. So you're going to hurt yourself if you do the other stuff. Yep. Stick with these.
Yeah, it's interesting how you... Yeah. And I mean, again, I just went through it. I was like, over a year of just tweak my back over and over and over again before I finally stopped. And now I'm doing much better. And it's actually nice to bend over and not feel like I'm going to collapse in a big ball of tears. So it's just fascinating how our minds work like that. And we have this idea that somehow I need more. Like at the gym today, I was like, I don't need more. Yeah. Go home. Yeah. I just love being in the gym. I just love it.
Couple reps in the tank is not a bad thing.
No, it's actually a good thing. It's kind of the point of the workout, really. And so you feel better, not just like crushed. I'm like, I have to eat everything in sight today just to keep up. Oh my gosh, it was dumb. But it's still
But that was a fun low back one. I just remember that we did. I'm sorry I forgot about that if you're watching this.
No, it's interesting. There's so many cases that come in. Yeah. And low back is such a common thing. And it's very funny. Just sidebar on the team. The number one thing I treated after the trip to Brazil, low backs.
Yeah, because of the flight, right?
And the staff. Because the team had to lay down. Staff were all normal seats. And so they were all crushed. We're finally starting to come around now, which is... Yeah, and I was like, oh my God.
It's funny because, like, have I been with the team consistently? Not as much, just because I'm taking care of the office here. That's okay. But I remember some of the guys, you could look at their face. You're like, you're hurting, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we're right here. You could
come on over.
We'll help you out.
I love the guys. I do. A lot of the guys we just have a good rapport.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for people. The frustration we all, training staff and I all deal with is we had one particular person that hurt his back, tweaked it pretty good. On Thursday. The game's on Sunday. This was last week. He felt it on Monday prior.
He didn't get it.
And that's where I was like, I told him, I go, you need to get work done every week. Yeah. Just prioritize 7 minutes on the table. Yeah. Whether myself or the other, just get work done a little bit.
I'll even come up for that.
it's just helpful.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things they're young. They're athletes. So again, pain level's different. They've been playing football, most of them, since high school at least.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, it's just one of those things. It's like, but it cannot be one of those things. It can be a better thing.
Yeah. And we're here.
There's nothing funnier than sitting there and you have the training staff doing nothing, the interns doing nothing, the chiro's massage doing nothing. And the guys are walking around, you can tell they're not feeling great. Yeah. And they'll grab an ice pack or something like that, and you have an entire staff who's literally paid to be here for you.
The ice thing, right? So I bought a patch just for one of the bags that I have. It says, ice won't fix it. So I'm going to bring that by just so you see it. Place it right next to the table so you know.
It's funny. This was really big a few years back.
Yeah.
Where some guy found one study, which is never foundation for anything, wrote a book and tried to change and revolutionize the world of not icing. The problem was, we got here from the back, but anyway, it was based on the recovery model, not the injury model. So the recovery model was, the claim is if you ice after cryo tanks, things like that, that you'll speed up recovery. And that's actually not true at all. Now, that being said, if you have time to recover in full, it can be a tool for the body processes, right? Which is fine. If you twist your ankle, ice that sucker. Not going to fix it, but it's going to help it. What he's referring to is when you throw an ice pack on something after practice or after lifting, that's like the worst thing you could do. Again, unless it's an injury. But the ice, bad. Yeah. And it's a really good patch. I like it.
It's hilarious. It makes me laugh. So that player, we'll fix it. We're right here for you.
Yes, 100%.
We'll throw ice on it if it needs it, but we'll fix it.
What is it? One of my mentors back in the day, we were talking, and it was advice he gave me about treating a patient. Yeah. I don't know if it's something I had done or just something he had noticed. But he goes, when a patient walks in, even though we don't treat where they point, because it has nothing to do with what we're after. or very rarely, right?
Especially if it's non-trauma related.
Yeah, exactly, right? He says, but just for the sake of your practice, take your thumb and push on where they said it hurts.
Yeah.
Give it a few passes and move on. Unless it is obviously contributory, which is very, very rare. And so my reputation for a long time was people walking on, yeah, I pulled my calf and you're probably going to work my ear and make it go away, but just this is what I did. Yeah. And I started laughing. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work. There's some things that can correlate. Like I fixed low back pain working on the neck and a calf before because there were other pieces to that puzzle, right?
Tension, yeah.
But it was like, that's just, it's funny how that works. And that's the reputation I had. So my mentoring you would be like, make sure just put the thumb on the pain. Hurts there, touch it there, and then move on to the rest of the stuff. So yeah, it's very funny how that works. But Google does that for us. Yeah, Google's been wonderful.
But yeah, ice, low back, not necessarily a bad thing, but if it's not.
It's not really, actually on the low back, all trueness, no, bad. Even if it's trauma, I wouldn't do that because 9 times out of 10, it's responding. It's not a trauma like a broken bone, a blown out disc. And even if it is a blown out disc, don't ice that. Put heat on it. Like back, for the most part, low back and neck, the spine, really. I can't say 100%, but probably 90% of the time, heat. Yeah. 90% of the time. Don't do ice at all because ice is going to slow down whatever's going on. The worst thing is like taking Advil, it might numb you so you can't feel something, which means you'll put yourself in a position you can't tell is hurting you. Yeah. And with the spine, that's bad. The spine is different from orthopedics. That's why there's 2 different doctors for that, right? The spine is something I think you're completely right. Ice is not going to do a dang thing. Sprained ankle, twisted knee.
It's not a bad thing. It's cheap. Go for it. Dislocated finger. I've done that.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you're just trying to you're trying to calm down the inflammatory response and just temper a minute so it can be a more controlled environment. Yeah. But I was just thinking, Tariq Hill's knee, somebody asked me why he was smiling. I want to hear your thoughts on this, but mine, not that we're a sports podcast, but we're sports docs. He likes sports, so we're talking about sports. Yes. And that was...
And we can say that name.
Yes, we can. I was like, oh, he's done. Yeah. And people asked me, well, why is he smiling? And I said, shock. It's not you never know what it's going to be like when you look down and it looks like somebody took your leg, put it in a blender and put it back on.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and a lot of guys, some people freak out, some people just pass out. That shock is different, and it's different for everyone. That's kind of what I think he was going through. Now, obviously, I don't know the full condition of what he all did, but from what I saw, that's rough.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was reading some of the stuff. It was, at least in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure some people would say the same thing. Let's get everything checked out because if it was as bad as I thought it was, you probably ruptured a couple arteries or veins in there.
That's the concern. It was contorted.
It was pretty bad.
And I was like...
Ooh. As to him laughing and not necessarily showing pain, I agree, shock. Yeah. But also, I remember when I tore my ACL, which was not as bad as his. His was really bad.
Yeah, like you popped the ACL. His leg went backwards.
His went backwards. I'm going to preface that. Like, wow. There's so many things that just kind of happen in that second, right? Yeah. I could look back and say the next day was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. But in that moment, it was like, oh, something's weird. Something's off.
Body shuts you down fast.
Yeah. He was probably in that same period. Yeah. So I'm curious as to how he felt the next day.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah. Yeah. Because I haven't read anything on it. So they're keeping everything pretty hush, which I respect because it's his world.
It's his injury.
But I'm just, as a doctor, curious what that looked like.
They literally just said ACL was involved. And usually, and with such stuff like that, if the ACL is involved, there's other stuff involved as well.
Has to. Yeah. Yeah. To get to a ligament, you got to go through the muscles. Remember, I think it was Chubb. Was it Nick Chubb, the Cleveland running back?
That one was just so weird. I don't know.
It looked awful. Yeah. He was back the next week.
Yeah, I was like,
straight knee. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah. How is that possible? That knee, I mean, it went.
Well, so funny about Tariq's injury, right? When someone.
That's an interesting way to start off with that statement. Yeah. Something funny about Tariq's injury.
Yeah. There's not necessarily anything funny about that one. But when people were asking me, like, how long he's going to be out, not because they were sports betting or anything, they were just seeing how my brain worked. I was like, well, technically, everything could be torn. But also, at the same time, Nick Chubb last year didn't make any sense. So I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, so look at that, at least, I mean, the whole year. Yeah. He's gone, if he can ever come back. Because Alex Smith, similar injury, where that, I mean, you just don't know the extent of the damage. Yeah. And unfortunately, you're only going to feel the most serious one, and they're only going to be looking for life-threatening things first. Yeah. Then calm down, reset, and then figure out what happened.
Yeah. And then also how he plays, kind of.
He's stop, pivot, turn, go, and that's not.
And that's conducive. Everything that knee went through. Yeah. That knee stopped, pivot, turned, and went.
And that tackle was questionable too. Yeah, we saw the mechanism, like it was a little grab and twist. I'm like, I don't. That one and the one they jump on their back and dive into the back of the legs. Yeah. Not a fan of those two things.
I know we kind of went on the side tangent there, but
nope, we're still talking about sports stuff.
Sports
doctor stuff. How would you fix that knee? I'm like, not my world. That's in about 6 to 8 months.
I fix it. Pen paper, refer it out to orthopedics.
Yeah, orthopedic.
Go over there,
and we'll see in 6 to 8 months, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk after that.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So back to the low back again, but that is funny and true. These are things that we're always going to hear. Every time we have a podcast, you're going to hear us repeat ourselves because we don't know which one you're going to see. So we'll make sure you hear it. And two, it's just the way it is. When you go see a doctor, it doesn't matter who you see. It doesn't matter how young they are. It doesn't matter how old they are. If you're not getting that relationship and that success, if you will, in the first couple of visits, they're not changing or pivoting their plan, you need to pivot somewhere else. That's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. There are things that take a little longer sometimes. Totally agree. Yeah. And I'm always, you trust it. If you have somebody we've seen, or I've seen for, we've seen, not even old enough. I've seen me for 10, 12 years. They know every visit we're figuring what's going on. Every visit to figure something out. And once we figure it out, then we go down. It's a wash, rinse, repeat after that, which is, I love those. Although it gets kind of boring sometimes. Like, sometimes, nuances. Give me something different, tricky.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of difficult and tricky. Not necessarily difficult, but funny. I wanted to fire one of my patients. Yeah. Because he was doing really well. I'm like, you don't really need to see me. Yeah. Comes in with a different one Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah. He's like, hey, I was playing ultimate frisbee. I'm like, how old are you? It's like 70. Like,
God bless you.
I was like, why?
So here, you know what? I'm gonna go on a because we actually did really good on time. So this is great.
There's a bunch of tangents in this one, but it's fun.
This is entertaining.
Thanks,
you get the gist of what we're talking about. But if you're going to PT or chiro and your back isn't better in 2 or 3 visits or improving, leave. Pivot, go somewhere else. Simple. If it's improving, you found it, go. Make sure you get to the cause of the problem. Yeah. That's it. Simple, nutshell. 43 minutes in, knock that out of the park. Tangent. Yeah. Totally forgot.
It was my patient, like 70 years old, decided to play ultimate frisbee for whatever reason.
So this is something I've just done. I never did this in the past because I didn't feel like I could appropriately do this, and I couldn't wrap my mind around why it would work for patients. Why is it beneficial? I've just started doing all packages with patients. Mm-hmm. And the reason is I tell them, same thing, that guy perfect. Get the 12-er, 20-pack, whatever it is. Have them in your back pocket. Come in every 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. Just get work done. Mm-hmm. There's always something I can work on. Yeah. And since I've done that, now it's about 3 months, the people coming in 3 weeks, when I work on them, it's more tender than it was when we were finishing up treatment plan, right? Because it's been 3 weeks and they're going and working out. Mm-hmm. And then a couple of them I caught another thing before it happened. Mm. They're like, oh, well, this shoulder has been like kind of feeling weird. Yeah. I was like, okay, play it out. So we did an assessment. Yep. Not moving well. Not good. Serratus isn't active. Let's do this. So start working on them. So it's one of those things where I fire the ones for sure. I get what you're saying. Like, I'm done. You're good. Go play. Come back when you're out of an hour, right? And then since doing this, I'm like, I think this is a better model because it makes them, well, we'll find out. It's only been 3 months. The only concern I had was they'll go, oh, I'm not going to go see, I say, twist my ankle today. Yeah. Off Saturday. I'm not going to make an appointment for Monday or Tuesday because I'm going to see him in 2 weeks anyway. So I'll just wait. And that's the only concern I have is like, no. Twist your ankle. Get in. Like the sooner you get in, ankles are tricky things anyways, but I'm like, no, come in sooner. That's the only thing I was like, ooh, don't wait. But otherwise, it's a good way to catch them in 3 weeks. It's a great plan. I love that plan. Once a month even, once every, whatever it is.
Yeah, once they're feeling fine.
Yeah, and just work. Because always, the funniest thing with bodies is I could work on somebody once a week probably, year round, and never really, well, I shouldn't say never. Let's say every other week, I'd never work the same spot twice. Same joint twice. Yeah. There's so much you can do on a human body.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, right? Obviously, there's a lot of different patterns and different things in the body. Yeah. So they all move differently. So I have this one patient. She has a consistent like heel thing here and there. Right. Mainly just because of her sport.
What's her sport?
High rocks type of things. So that's how she's landing. We kind of talked about it, and we've been fixing that one. Okay. And then every time her program goes up, she's one of those ones where if her program gets harder, she tries really hard and she like blacks out, and then she like not like blackout, but like mentally just like blacks out and goes back. Like we worked on all the
You know what? The ones that don't have that off switch. Yeah. I mean, God bless them. As athletics, you need that. Yeah. Especially high rocks, CrossFit, football fields, like those really like you got to pull every ounce of energy you got in your body. A 5-hour tennis match. I mean, whatever. But that's awesome.
Yeah. So mentally, she shuts down for a little bit, then she comes back.
Yeah.
So we work on all the things that we can, but she's gotten stronger. Yeah. But a lot of times, like, hey, she gets the same problems in different ways. So, yeah.
And what's interesting because, well, here, let's give you an idea, people out there. Like, I'm TPI certified, so Titleist Performance Institute certified something or other. The reason I picked that was there are 40 quintillion golf swing variations. 40 quintillion. Think about the movement patterns of a human being. Think of getting out of bed, going to the bathroom, brush your teeth, shower, get dressed, drive a car, go to work. Think of how many different movement patterns you have throughout that day, right? If you tweak one little thing, neck hurts, knee hurts, back hurts, ankle hurts, stub my toe, whatever. You've just now created a completely, entirely new movement pattern.
No, yeah.
And so when it comes to a low back, to tie this back in for the low back thing, once you do that, that is your new movement pattern. So people, they did a study, multiple studies on this one. Very expensive because the plates you have to use are like $100,000 a piece.
Oh, yeah.
But they have weight plates, so you have weight distribution. So usually you'll take somebody and get on there and have one foot on each one and have them squat or something like that, and you'll see how much they're leaning off the side. Well, they did somebody, I think it was all ankle sprains. And they found that people with ankle sprains, even if they were 10 years ago, still distribute weight at like a 60-40 ratio.
Yeah, just because they're so used to offloading that one
they
side.
They neurologically pattern themselves to walk differently, a limp, and never addressed it after. And that's the kind of stuff we see 20 years later where they go, oh, I broke that ankle or I tweaked this or tweaked that. I'm like, well, that's probably why this happened. And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, because you figure, like, I had surgery on my knee. I was at a cast for 2 months, not walk cast, get off the foot, right? Because of that, my right hip, that's also, everything's on my right side now. Everything's starting to make sense. But my right hip, it's like, but my right, I never really think about myself in those terms, but my right hip was dysfunctional. It took me months to get the right hip back because I had not weight bared in 2 months. And those things all add up. So anyway, yeah, that's the variations you have to worry about with athletes. And athletes, sport is not a healthy thing. You're not functional because you're an athlete. It's actually the opposite. So keeping that function is very important to me. To keep things.
We're not saying don't stop sports because it's not functional.
No, God, no.
We're saying go do them, but we got to work on the other stuff.
Yeah, but pay attention to your body. Yeah. Every athlete, and you've seen this with me, you do it with your athletes. I mean, it's like the 16-year-old sprinter girl. I want her so aware of her body that, especially when you're high velocity, that when something's off, you can identify it. Yeah. Right here, right now, as opposed to ignoring it and just play through. If you're getting a gold medal, play through. If it's NAS championship, play through. Figure it out. Yeah. Right? You'll fix it tomorrow. But day to day, preseason, off season, fix it. Yeah. Just step back. Yeah. Take a minute.
Take the off season.
Fix it. You've got time. Yeah. And nobody becomes an amazing athlete in 2 weeks. No. But you can hurt yourself pretty bad in 2 weeks. Yeah.
I did overnight.
Yeah. I had a member of my diplomate course when we went through this. They were showing x-rays that talk about Olympic athletes because Olympic athletes are on a whole nother level, even more than pros. People ask me why. I said, well, they trained for 3 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah. And 2 weeks, they're only participating 5 days. Yeah. 3 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks to compete for 5 days. That's a mental status to be the best at any one thing where they're doing. That's why it's different, right? You're constantly going. But they were showing us some of the athletes, and we had skaters who were big ones. Ice skaters. They were showing guys with stress fractures. Their tibias were white. Oh, yeah. White out the entire film. They were one wrong step, one trip from snapping their tibia in half. Yeah. That's how far these athletes can push themselves. That's why we're so, like, we just keep pounding the same narrative all the time. Is like, if you're feeling off, don't. If things don't, just go get worked at, go get looked at. And that's what we try to tell our patients all the time. Yeah. And they do forget sometimes, they get sidetracked or get excited. Like your girl, it kind of blacks out. Yeah. It's like that she puts herself where she can now get hurt. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to, like, don't stop, but just back down. Yeah. Let's fix these things and then we can go again. So yes, that's my soapbox for the day.
No, I get that.
I'm done.
I mean, I've been tangenting everywhere. This coffee's doing great things.
I'm flying right now. That's awesome. Maybe it's too many scoops.
I don't know. I liked it.
Like, I'm not sleeping tonight. That's fine. All right, guys. I hope that helps everybody out there. I hope when you find this, anybody finds a podcast like this, you have a friend that has a low back issue or something like that, send it to them. Let them get some information. Let them understand better. Most low backs, and I'm talking like 95%, are very fixable. Oh, yeah. The 5% that aren't or problematic are usually something like the one patient we talked about today. You have cancer, you have couple back surgeries. Yeah. They're just complex cases. They're not impossible to fix, just complex. And you want to make sure the provider you're with understands that complexity and then holds your hand and walks you through.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really all it comes down to. So reach out to a friend if you got one, send them the video, send them a link, let them know. That's really it. You guys have any questions or anything like that, of course, message us.
Yeah.
Look us up on Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube. Or we're everywhere.
We're now on Google after I fixed it. So we're there too. But yeah, website. In terms of like low back pain, it doesn't hurt to get an assessment. We're right here.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, it hurts not to.
Yeah, I would say that.
As a guy who went through surgery because I neglected myself and I didn't stop doing things because it's like I have accountability coaches now around me. It's like, okay, we can do this. But yes, get it worked out, get it looked at. It doesn't, I mean, shoot, we do a free one for 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So
it's not like it costs you anything. So get your butts in here and find out. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm Doc T.
I'm Dr. David.
We'll see you guys next time.
Later.